Last month, I went on an amazing cross-country trip to see the solar eclipse. I woke up at 2:30 a.m. in order to take the shuttle to the airport to catch a really early flight all the way across the country to San Francisco. Running on only 4 hours of sleep, coffee was a necessity. I didn't have a window seat on the flight out, so no fun flight footage, but I did watch some movies and read, which was really nice. I landed in San Francisco, and my flight to Seattle was delayed an hour, so I had time to walk around, get another coffee, of course, and check out the airport. They had a cool display of typewriters, and perhaps the most California thing ever, a yoga room. Finally, I got on my flight to Seattle, and I really just loved this flight. I had a window seat and a great view of the mountains and landscape as I was flying up, and got to actually finish a book for the first time in, sadly, a while. I got to see my hometown from above and instantly got so excited to be home. Also, a brief glimpse of Seattle before landing. I didn't get any footage of that night, really, after landing because I basically got home, ate dinner, went on a walk to go pick blackberries, and just talked to my family. I got up early the next morning to go kayaking with my sister. The tide was low, so getting the kayaks into the water was a process. But such a fun sister memory, and the perfect encapsulation of the Northwest vibes that I miss so much. Then began the 4-hour drive to Salem, which I also didn't get footage of, but we did stop to get pizza from our favorite pizza place and walk my sister's cat. She's named Luna and is an adorable little adventure cat. That night, my dad and I went on a walk and found the perfect encapsulation of the 2017 summer moment. On Sunday, we drove around looking for a good spot to watch the eclipse the next day. We found a quaint little town called Sublimity in rural Oregon that seemed perfect. A few miles down the road, we found a state park, which we explored the cat, and also got to see this amazing waterfall. The trail that walked around it walked all the way around and under the falls, and it was just so neat. The beauty of the Northwest was on full display for me. Monday, we got an early start to Sublimity to get a good spot and avoid the traffic, and we saw these silly people flying around with fans and parachutes before the eclipse started. I'm pretty sure they were doing it during the eclipse too. And before I knew it, the time had come. At first, just a little chunk, and then slowly and surely, more of the sun was getting covered. It was so neat watching everyone also watch the eclipse. Luckily, I was able to get some decent shots by holding my phone up to my eclipse glasses, but it's even more amazing to look at it with your own eyes. I think we found the perfect place to watch it. Enough people to feel the excitement, but not crowded or commercialized in any way. The sky slowly started getting darker, although you couldn't tell much from looking at it since the change was so gradual.
I totally understand the guy in the news who was like, your brain just kind of freaks out a little bit because it's like not right.
Yeah, this is so weird. It definitely got way colder though. I almost needed a jacket by the time the totality happened. And then suddenly it was like a 360-degree sunset that was happening fast. And just like that, totality. Here's my reaction the moment when it happened.
Whoa. Oh my gosh, look at it! Look at it! Oh my gosh!
Beautiful! This is insane. It's so freaky. I really don't have words for how amazing totality was. The most awesome 2-minute span of my life so far, and it really can't be captured by a camera, at least not the way that you feel. And there's an amazing 3D quality to it in person, and yeah, just truly indescribable. And just like that, it started getting light again instantly. It's amazing the difference that just one tiny sliver of light can make. And then the sun slowly crept back to its full shape, and we had to hit the road again. The traffic on the way back was pretty bad, but not as bad as some of the news sources predicted, so the drive was okay. I got to play a lot of silly road trip games and talk to my family. I really miss them a lot, and talking on the phone or FaceTime just really isn't the same. We got back home in time for dinner at our favorite Mexican restaurant, and had a little walk around the sunset waterfront of my hometown, soaking in this last bit of the Northwest. Tuesday came far too quickly, and I was back at the airport. Got fancy lounge access thanks to my dad, and got a nice view of the sunrise and the plains before taking off. The flight back was bittersweet. The trip was a whirlwind of good times, good food, and cool experiences. It really reminded me of why I need to move back to the Pacific Northwest someday. But I know until then I will enjoy the long flights over this beautiful country and know that I still have a lot of East Coast adventures in store for me. And as a parting note, if you ever get the chance to see an eclipse, try to make it to the path of totality. That extra 1% of difference is the most amazing thing, and it was entirely worth flying across the country for. So if it's anywhere close to you, please see it. You won't regret it.